Hey, so, right, yeah, so I purposely didn't even look in the mirror before I just went. Go. Here's the theme. Here's the thing I picked. Here it is. It's madness. Here's my can opener. Maybe we're gonna make it. I had to make a joke of it. I can't like live in the actual character for this long because it would just be far too stressful for me. I almost did so many cutesy things, and like one was gonna maybe be like a sort of sexy thing, and one was like maybe gonna be a teen angst me, but one was gonna be so cute, and that one's gonna happen I think tomorrow. But I needed sunlight, and I just kept there was pieces missing that I didn't. Nothing felt right. It's built up quite perfectly for this like zombie apocalypse scene under the stairs, or chemical apocalypse, or what was it? Who knows? Someone's walking upstairs. Must be the zombies now. But yeah, I just couldn't stay in the dead seriousness of it. But I did. I got to keep it funny for the first part, and then obviously the poem is really serious, so we'll make that work. And I could do like a whole actor bit probably and just freak you out real bad. And you'd be like, whoa, still gonna need us to do an intervention. I'm fine. I'm fine. Kind of. But I'm fine. I have this great dirt makeup though. It's a theater kid thing. And what's crazy is I found this poem stuck in an old journal, and a lot of my thought is just crazy scraps of paper, crazy indecipherable scribbles. I write sideways, I write around the page, I write in ways that I can't even pretend to interpret or translate or get to the square root of. And so this just kind of fell out and was in tatters and felt weirdly right for some reason because I was feeling all over the place. And frickin' zombies. Frickin' zombies. Always moving about. When you're trying to be on YouTube. I'm trying to be on YouTube. But yes, so this makeup is called Disaster Dirt, I think. I think it's called like Danger Dirt or Disaster Dirt, but it's a theater kid thing. I've had the same tub of it. I've had the same tub of it for about 12 to 15 years. And still, all you need is a little tiny, look at my hands. I mean, all you need is this very little itty bitty smidge of this powder, and it will like, you just crawled through all the vampire dirt. You just made your way through all the explosions. Whatever it may be. Whatever you're trying to survive with only a can opener in tow. And the fit, you can't really get much of the fit, but we got like, we're rocking the Timberlands in the apocalypse. Just understand you don't fuck with this. See, still a wannabe rapper. Still. Even when the shit goes down and fully hits the fan. Speaking of fans, I brought my biggest fan, Mapalita. She's a beautiful lady, Mapalita. She's just joining me. Or he could be a dude and he could be Mopperson. Sir Mopperson. I like that. Or he could be a child mop and he could be Mopsy. Mopsy the mop friend. You know, he's just like a Wilson thing. He, she, it. You can change it to be different characters on different days. You can make it a grandma and have it be Miss Mopsis. Miss Mopson. I don't know. Obviously, you just lose your mind when the zombies are after you or whatever the case is. The resources have run dry. You go to that place. You don't even know what to call it. It's fine. I'm acting. It's cool. We're down here in the basement. It's fine. We out here. I surrounded myself with these cool props though, and I thought it was funny. Like, how old is this liquid? Can you even know? Like, you want to talk about a movie scene. The Frankensteininess of this is out of this world. I mean, as far as a movie set for like, we're crouching in this weird basement. Couldn't be better. I mean, I literally can't get over it. That is a blue that only exists in the past. This Brasso is like so... Don't stab yourself with a can opener now, Tealio. And this is some Brasso with like... I think it's pantyhose. Oh, the dust flying off of this bad boy. Brasso does it all, obviously. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. Oh, I almost did a poem tonight about petroleum. That's bizarre. This has petroleum in it. We should probably give it away. It's very creepy apocalyptico, though. And my lips are very dry, and I thought, well, that works. You know, I was getting all with method and smoked a little weed because I'm having really bad anxiety. I was like, I just won't drink water. I'll just be dry mouth. That's fine. Goes with the character. And we had to go to the grocery store, and that was really scary. Can't get into that, but I am scared to go anywhere. And so and this happens a lot. The grocery store takes all the energy, and then you get home and you don't have the energy to make the food. So it's like, there's no dinner tonight. There's no dinner tonight, and that's fine. It's not like a, oh, pity me thing. It's just like, none of us has it in us, and so there ain't no dinner, and it's fine. And we're foraging on cheesy poofs and pandemic-y bags of things that are not great for you. But it's fine. We're gonna be good. This Clean King? What? Whoa! So super whoa. Like, how long hath thou been ruminating in this basement of time? And I thought it was funny because I was like, well, let's pretend this is the scene and we can't go upstairs and get anything. What are your survival methods? What are your survival tools? So we have this. Don't worry, I have this. We have these. Very dull, very old. I swear I feel like things are crawling on me constantly down here because, like, maybe they are. Because, like, potentially, possibly, they are. But, like, this is just kind of, I don't know. This is just living out in the country, I guess. You just have a ball jar with, like, some knives. Ball jar with some knives. And, I don't know. I think I'm funny. Like, what is this? I'll be fine. I'll be fine down here. I don't even know what that is. This bothered me because I've been having the conversation a lot with people of them just not believing mystical or spooky or odd things or anything or any such thing. But it felt a little apocalyptic-y too because my dog is very afraid of scary noises and beeps specifically. And I'm running out of plugs. I better hurry up actually because I couldn't plug my phone in and the light in at the same time and I didn't want to go back upstairs. Oh, okay, more funny stuff. I just didn't want to go back upstairs. I'm tired. The grocery shopping took it all out of me. I don't know. I'm so tired lately. It's fighting zombies. I don't know what to tell you. But this is an old one of the one that's currently plugged in, like the carbon monoxide thing. And I needed an extra plug. I unplugged the thing. I was like, oh shit, is it going to make a crazy sound? I need the plug though. I'm lazy. And I unplugged it. Of course, it made a horrible, heinous, hordious, contortiest sound. Awful. And then to plug it back in, because I was like, oh, well, shit. And then I had that moment of like, well, should I plug it back in? I don't know, shit. And my dog freaked out, and he acts like shit is just coming for him. He hates it. But then I was looking at this old one, and I swear to you, this like beeped a signal at me. And it's not plugged in, and it doesn't have batteries. And it beeped a signal at me. But it's cool. It's fine. I'm fine with it. Oh, and I have this as far as battle things go. Like, I'll probably be fine. Oh boy, the dust on that. Ooh. Right. So, yeah, I mean, I'll probably be good. Got this thing. Got these. Double of these. Like, but I also realized, okay, so summarizing stories. Gonna get to the poems. Gonna make it a short one, promise. I did a movie, I'm just gonna say the character, it's fine. He won't mind. I'll ask him if I can put a link to the movie. It's actually pretty cool. Won't say the name of the movie without his permission, but I'll ask. But I played Pandora, and it's apocalypse. It's apocalyptico. And we filmed out in the desert, out in the Pawnee grassland desert, for like a real long time. Like many, several days. And this was my costume. And I figured, no bra. If I don't give a shit, a single fuck about no bra right now, in the panty, I ain't caring about no bra. If shit's really going down to the down, dizzy downtown, you know. I'm gonna put my Timberlands on and walk upon the land. Let's see. Oh, and I found, there's so much to tell. Found this like 2 seconds before I started filming. So terrifyingly covered in spider webs. But it's like, you know, it's a this thing. It's a this thing. It looks like a chicken made of scary mommy dearest wire. And it has feet. And it's, I mean, it could definitely fuck up some zombies, is all I'm saying. Like, without a doubt. And then this, I thought was, this has got to be useful, right? I mean, like, obviously that's going to come in handy somehow. We'll make it. We'll just make it. So yeah, I wore this. This was my costume. And that was my other prop. Yeah. I kind of want to get it. Maybe we'll get it at the end. I don't know. Maybe I should get it now. I don't know. It's right there. It's so close. It's okay. Maybe we'll end with it. We'll just end with it. I don't know. It's totally fine. I don't get mad at myself when I forget props or anything. But so this was my costume, and we were quite seriously exhausted in the desert, and I was supposed to like lay in the desert and huddle and cry, and we fight, and there's of course like battle, and is it love, and are we gonna die? And I just fully went there the whole time. I couldn't do it right now, you know, I had to make it mostly funny. But you know, these jeans rolled around in many a desert morning, noon, and night, and I didn't want to put them on without underwear, so I was like, I don't want to go, again, I just didn't want to go back upstairs. I already made like 6 trips just to look like this. You believe me? Just to find this stuff and to look like this. I had to make like 6 trips. So the ones I found are these little boy dinosaur underwear that ended up not, like I found them in some bag down here because I didn't want to go back upstairs. And I just thought that was funny because that seemed all apocalyptico too, so I had these guys close by, and it just seemed metaphorical, like, he was just minding his own business. He thought everything was chill. He thought he was just on his way to having a drink. Space rock, rock your face off. Meteoroids, hurtling through all of existence, and will I ever exist again? I don't know. That shit's wild. I think about it all the time. So this was an apocalyptic dream I found. They say you can't make up new people in your dreams. I don't know who this guy was. I have some idea. I have a little bit of an idea. Maybe a composite of 2, maybe people, possibly. But I like long for him. You know, I think of this guy. And we spent a long time together in this like end of days weirdness, and this was my kind of interpretation of it. But yeah, I don't know who he was, but I like miss him sometimes. I'm like, oh damn, we were a team. And that happens to me. I get very invested in the dreams. Very, very, very invested. But so after a lot of deliberation, I decided that was going to be the poem. Well, now this isn't working, and it was just supposed to be a simple prop. I guess I'll just show you this one. I have this thing, so I'll probably be fine with that too, right? I'll be fine. I also have this thing. It's to clean your hats. So, like, I'm fine. Come at me, zombies. Come at me. Come at me. I got this. You wish you had this. Maybe that would help my headaches, this thing. I also brought this because I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna like prop this. Is there something else I wanted to tell you? Partially because I thought it would be like a cool experiment, because I don't really know. Like, this is extremely old, and if I can do it, it will be like real impressive, but I don't really know. Seems like hard, like exceedingly hard. And then I'm going to put it on my knee, making it, of course, infinitely easier. And I'm just not sure, guys. Like, it's... Oh, wow, So from another time. Here we go. Apocalyptico. We're doing it. This is very embarrassingly difficult for me as well. But yeah, so the little boy underwear matched this. I get a lot of grief at Target and Walmart. They talk to me like I'm a creep. I don't care. See, the thing is, I wear boys' underwear. They're more comfortable. But I like to go for some that are a little bit too small, or they're probably not going to work because they have the better patterns. Dinosaurs and space. And there's no shame for me. Like, everything that's for youngsters is better and cooler. But often it doesn't fit. But I'll be like looking through and trying to find like the jam patterns and something that's going to be, make me feel cool like a G. And I always, every time, have someone come over and be like, ma'am, like, I guess because I don't have a kid with me, and I'm just like, it's fine. It's for my son. Get away from me. Because I'm also very indecisive. They want to be like, can I help you? But I just thought this would be like really G-thug if I ate this legit. Like, this is makeup. Don't. Oh my god, it's so gross. Is it funny? Is it gonna... Yeah, this is my thing I go viral with, right, guys? Oh, I'll make it even more hardcore. So that felt apocalyptico, too. That's what I was gonna tell you, is that this, my gathering my props and my whatnots. Gathering my props and my whatnots. Whilst avoiding the Cyclops. I don't know, guys. It's a weird zone I'm in. I'm making friends with mops who have various identities. It's fine. But while I was gathering my props, I very aggressively ripped this nail off, and I have a thing about magic and witchiness, and your fingernails each mean something, your fingers each mean something. Whenever I rip off a nail, I don't cut my nails. That's another thing. And it's a long story. It's a spiritual thing. It's also Taoist. It's a Taoist thing too. Research that shit. It's very interesting. But I try not to, except when there's like an incident like this. But this for me is so gangster rock and roll. Like, I ripped it so jaggedly, and I was like, well, that fits with my survival in the corner of the basement thing. That fits, and I'm gonna keep it. And the OCD associated for me, like when I had to do a work day and I would have a jagged nail or a ripped nail, the OCD was so horrible, I would have to like walk to the drugstore. So like, I have to leave. I have to go get, if no one has a nail clipper, so this is mad OCD for me right now. So I'm going to also eat this pumpkin with it to just make it so raw. Oh my god. It's so raw in the basement right now. I'm not going to do more. I can't. It's too weird. It's too weird even for me. But I'm going to put it like here as a prop, as a sign that I did it. I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed of myself. I feel so much shame that I did that. It's okay. Maybe it'll be my thing that I go so hella viral with. Will I ever exist again? I want to know what 3D glasses feel like. I want to see that next Sex in the City movie. Will I ever know? I don't know where I am right now, guys. In a very weird zone. So yeah, it's kind of a dark one. You gotta like... survive it. And I'm forgetting the name of the book. Is it The Road? Is an apocalypse book. Before, like, Hollywood was, like, hitting that apocalypse hard. And before zombies? Before the zombies, they eat brains and they're zombies. Before the zombie thing made a super crazy hard charge for our culture, before all that was that movie, and I think it's The Road, and I feel bad that I don't know, because there's a lot of information one has to put in their noggin, and time goes by, and I try to keep mental Google going at all times, but it's very difficult to keep the mental Google sharp. But I think that was it, and I just sobbed and couldn't handle it, and I have a really hard time with this shit, so that's why I have nightmares about it a lot. Very, very often, actually, an unfortunate amount. Um, so don't really like that. Don't care for that much. But you know, here we are being honest and making poetry about it and stuff. So it's not my best work, and it's not my worst, and it's not the apocalypse. So we've got that to be grooving about. But it could be, and so we gotta just live it and keep going and defend ourselves against the oncoming mops. The mop army. I knew you were a traitor. I thought you were on my side. It's fun. I'm having a fun time. It's cool. There's spiders. I'm afraid they're probably under this dryer right now, lurking, plotting against me. It's cool. Made peace with it. I made pizza with it. This is down here. It's a goblet. It's a chalice. It's very dusty. So let me know if you have anything you need to polish with Brasso and pantyhose. I got you covered. But yeah, I couldn't find my way tonight. So I found my way to this, and it's a very weird night anyway, and I didn't really eat much, and freaked my dog out, and everything feels weird to me. I spent some time amongst the peoples today. We did like a little bit of a social thing with peoples, and that was as people-ish as I've gotten in a super stretcho. So I did that. I just want you to know. I just want you to give me a little bit of that, because I did some downright humaning today. All the way. How about that crazy hair? It's fun when you're in a play, when you get to play a character that this is how you get ready. That's my fave. I've been a lot of those. I'm fine. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm settling in quite nicely with the new tenants. Wouldn't you say, honey? Well, that wasn't cool. She made me do it. Oh, he's gonna be mad. You guys, if I broke this, I'm gonna be so mad at myself. Everyone's gonna get mad at me, and everything is gonna be terrible forever. So we may have just, like, legit apocalypsed shit. It shouldn't be that easy, though, right? Dang robots of the future. Like, it shouldn't be that fucking easy. I feel like that was pretty easy to monster truck rally that. Well, I feel like shit now. I was just trying to do a freaking dramatic acting scene. I was just trying to be my thespian-ish self, which I miss being. It's cool. I'm just trying to get into it. But anyway, this is me. This is the me I picked to be. And if you think it's easy to pick a self and pick a thing and pick it off the shelf and do it, it's not. It's actually, like, not very easy. So I commend people who do it glossily and in a glossy fashion often, because sometimes I have to just be a regular person wearing, like, jeans or sweatpants, and sometimes I have to, like, slide down the hill even farther past that and just be this. Just be this bitch. Whose only friend is Mopperella. I like that one the best. Mopperella, Mopperella, I think you're so swella. You're my best pal in the world. Oh, yeah, Tilly, I get the same feeling. That's Mopperella's voice. She's a jazz kind of singer. Mopperella, Mopperella. I see this whole opera now. She's like the princess you never knew you needed. Okay, so now that we're good and weird and very much feeling our weird erogenous zones, massaging the lobes, we can get into this. So yeah, it's kind of a sad poem and it's kind of a sad feeling, but it's the only thing that kind of stuck to my ribs tonight as I was diving through all the different variations of me. And the could-be me's and the would-be me's. Came out with this. And also just because things feel downright kind of scary right now, so I have to make kind of operatic, Mopperella type humor out of them. and have some catharsis with my pals who feel me. Otherwise, I don't know how to deal with the overwhelming possible realness of a thing like this. Because, you know, I say zombie because that's easier to, like, stomach and honestly easier for me to talk about. But let's be real, because that's what we're trying to do here. That's the goal here. Day 86, in case you're wondering. We've been keeping track of the days by scratching them into the wall with this little tally marks. That's how I know. So day 86. But yeah, in this actual poem, the true story here is that it was a very, like, humans ruined the earth, and we knew it, and we were kind of like, we were still left, but, like, for how much longer? And things were rotting quite quickly, and we knew the reason, you know. And it was very sad, but sweet and beautiful, and kind of stretched on. Stretched on quite long. And this person, this imagined guy, dude, man, person, weathering the apocalypse with me, had these ever-changing eyes that were sort of blue and sort of gray and sort of misty purple, and they kept changing, and they were sort of ominously predicting things, like the shift of the color was warning of things to come. It was very deep. Yeah, I stopped writing down my dreams because it got so steep, it got so, I couldn't pay attention in my waking world. I couldn't be me because I was trying to process. And once you start writing down your dreams, I mean, it's good if you don't often remember them. All you do is have to find one. We'll dive more into this because I want to do it justice. There's a method to dreaming. But if you start writing it down, you're going to start remembering everything. So if you're ready for that, try it out. The more you write down, the more you start to remember, and you can just live entire lifetimes and come out exhausted and miss the children that you don't actually have. Like, for real, I have several incidents like that. I really miss them. Characters along the way, and celebrities that I've met before they were celebrities and then found them. That happens. Or other people's lives I've lived, or time travel. I believe in all that. I believe that some really interesting things have been revealed to me. So, we'll just dive into one of them. This is a weird one. My lips are dry. Haven't eaten. It's cool. I'm feeling it. We're okay. We got the pumpkin. We'll be fine. We've got this to throw in the eyes of bad guys. It's all good. We've even got a ruler for good measure. That's funny shit. Okay, let's get serious. Day 86. This one is called To Need a Stranger with Silvery Eyes in an Unkind Version of Things. No need to call him lover, no use to call him friend. No need for naming or noises here. Man's forms and language and fear found their end. Titles washed clean in a soft, tragic light. The last glow most remember, like beseeching, blazing eclipses in flight. The events and sense we long for never knew it was an ellipsis. A rare wandering breed, numb to heeding warnings, we forgot that red means stop. Tempted to bite him, why is that? Vain seduction, have we made it? We can taste each other, running green-limbed children of an all-new earth. This dream companion, his wild eyes tell me what he's worth. Tell me that endings are just phrases the naked eye glazes over. I can hear his heartbeat through his fingertips. I no longer recall the color of sky as they told it to me in a string of lies collected by my child's mind. I dip my long locks into a pool of rainbow. Impossible to know if it's my own design. Is it a mirage? Did I find it? Hedonistic spiritus. I wash my naked limbs in this apocalypse brew. Surreal neon. Which version of the story took away everything from me and you? In a frenzied search for divinity, seeking rarest mother's milk, two new children free on the edge of a shore with no starting point and no place safe to rest. Blanket soft sand radiated an unpleasant yellow. I hold it in my hands. We grow into the hillside, he and I. Waterfalls slow to crawl like trickles. The trees still bear fruit, but you wouldn't dare eat it. The first real silence that we have ever known. There will be no more ringing telephones. Who will tell our history? I look at him, and he at me, wondering if there are others. Could there be? Somehow our hearts hold few questions. What a relief. The escaped prisoners of time, our mouths espouse no theories, no requests, no queries. We realize how little we understood before we store up our energy, but don't know what for. We let go unsentimentally of the dawn and her constant quest, her lust for dusk, her mariposa wings forever in flight. The brave smoke of night is lifting, the reckless cradling of our fountain hearts. What was the start? The first full womb? It's a beautiful work of art, or it's a tomb. The synergies of such a beautiful wasteland. We rename the directions. We make impossible plans. We scatter our prior selves in their honor. Birds braid my hair in my slipping lucidity. He holds dolphins inside his ever-changing eyes. At peace with our loss of the color scheme, I breathe easy only because it is only a dream. The earth begins to lose her green. We are a team now. I furrow my brow like it's an entire soliloquy. He may love me only because he needs me. What is need in a land where dissolve is stretching infinitely? We're the leaders, the followers, the entire infantry. We are reliving existence in her infancy. His face becomes more and more pleasant to me, because I have to adjust to him taking on every role simultaneously. We're getting on famously because we almost never speak. Are we warriors, or are we pitifully weak? What do you seek when the future is vacant space? Food no longer has any taste. We are the sum of great progress turned rapidly to waste. I want him to grab my arm hard so I feel something. Are we strolling or are we running? The one thing for certain is we are becoming something not entirely human. Is this a weekend program for the aliens to tune into? Is this a weekend program for the aliens to tune into? Is this a weekend program for the aliens to tune into? Is this a weekend program for the aliens to tune into? My battery was dying, so clearly I had no choice but to give up my light and just keep giving it to you, right? Is this a weekend program for the aliens to tune into? I rename him frequently in my playful inner monologue. I pretend the pollution is only fog. Does he think of me as a friend, a lover, or a loyal dog? I remember the silly things that used to make people upset, all the angry gazes I met. And I bet they had no idea they were wasting time. Peace and comfort so hard to find and hold until that peace goes cold. We wish someone had told us this riddle before. We were in the middle of its icy grip. The parts of me that are me slip away rather quickly. I sometimes think this sickly landscape is just a movie held together with tape. Or at least that's what I tell myself as I lie awake. We get up, we move along. He walks on ahead of me and barely looks back to see if I'm all right. I ended up liking that one more than I thought. I was like writing it out and I was kind of like, this'll do. And then actually, I don't know, I like it. That's a pretty good poem. I was kind of being like, meh. There's another old, scary, trippy thing that's likely from the 70s. But yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed that. That was weird. This pumpkin, not so great. It's for the dog. It's not very good pumpkin. I'm sad that I put it in my mouth. I gotta clean up all this madness, and I sure hope I can recover this thing, because I just feel like a bastard. I feel like a bastard if a little a little bit of a knock actually broke it. Do I want to show you the thing? I kind of want to show you the thing. It's fine. We'll just end with it. We'll have it be the end, because we'll get unplugged and the phone will bark at us. But I enjoyed that for day 86. That was kind of a crazy sitch, right? That was a little bit wild. I want you to know that my knees are completely asleep. And so are, I think, my feet. And so that's fine. That's just part of it. It's all just part of it, guys. Having totally numb feet. So we'll just like stay in tight here. It is very like you have to literally walk over obstacles. But that looks a little apocalyptico back there, just like the legs. But this was my movie canteen, and we didn't know where it had been, this movie canteen, and I still drank from it because I'm an actor. And I'll do it for the scene. But yeah, I thought that was, just kind of important to, oh my god, it really is such an obstacle course. Embarrassing. I just wanted to, just reunite the outfit with, here we go. We got it. Right down to the Timberlands. Right down to the Timberlands. Yeah. Sorry, just trying to make it weird because it was already weird, so I'm just making it weirder. So, goodness, sit back with a nice canteen. Play spank the wine bag, whatever you do, whatever you sip to. Sip to being alive. And let's try to keep it that way. Let's maybe fix this freaking place that we need. The oxygen in our lungs and stuff, and the whole photosynthesis and the whole thing, and how everything's connected to everything. And if we continue to fuck up so many things, then they're all just going to fuck up other things, and it's going to be bad. So let's avoid that at any cost, shall we? Can we please? Can we focus less on strip malls and more on, like, curing disease, and less on makeup and more on, like, waking up? Less on hashtags, more on fixing it, getting it in the bag. This survival thing. Less on our egos, more on just, like, not destroying the ecosphere and the ocean. That'd be fun. That'd be super fun. So, I don't know. I feel kind of pretty cool that I haven't I haven't made much of a footprint on the world in a year, and I feel cool about that. And I continue to be uncool because it feels cool to be uncool. And I went out and like kind of got a little bit cool with other humanoids today, and it was pretty scary for me. It was all right. Like, it's good to hear laughter and see children and puppies and feel the sun sometimes. But I also think we could really stand to like not stomp around on this great planet we have for just a little bit. Like, go back to that whole early pandemic thing where we were literally healing the fucking water. We're healing the air. We're healing the everywhere. So let's maybe do a little bit more of that. I look like I have a mustache. It's fine. I did the disaster dirt. We're cool. Everything's hip. This sign behind me is actually it's a little nod to what we're going to be doing in the next few days. I won't give too many clues. I'm just going to go become a little tiny teeny bit less crazy and hermity and weird. Still crazy and hermity and weird, but a little bit less so. So take a swig from your canteen and keep a gleam in your eyes. Just keep having to throw in Irish for some reason. But yeah, never forget. Never surrender. Always love.